Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. And to be honest, I have no idea who we're playing. I think we're playing Ahri. Yeah, I'm just going to fast forward a little bit because I actually downloaded quite a few games. You guys have been sending me some interesting games here, which I really appreciate, and we are indeed doing Ahri. But as you can see, we are doing AD Ahri here in bottom lane. So as I said, many interesting games coming my way, and I really appreciate that because it is hilarious to watch what you guys are doing in these games. It is just so good. And AD Ahri is many people will consider it kind of a troll build, but it is extremely good. I've never seen an AD Ahri lose, by the way, and I've seen plenty of them. And with plenty I mean, I think I saw I've seen about 12 now, and I've never seen them lose because they are so strong. Anyhow, we see Shaco going for blue, which is surprising because he can start at red way better than at blue. And yeah, he doesn't need any pull there on his blue, although he could use some help on the wolves and then take the wolves before taking the blue. Obviously this Shaco doesn't realize that his boxes time out after a certain amount of time, so you can only place a few of them, but not as many as you could. Anyhow, we see Cyan versus what's his face, Middle Fizz, and Shaco versus Jarvan top, so that is interesting to say the least. I was expecting Shaco to go jungle. Oh, there is no jungle. So there is no support either. Two champions coming here. Unfortunately, there is no stun coming out from Taric. They could have gotten the first kill there, my first blood. And yeah, Shaco or Taric should always start off with the stun. There are very few situations in which you start with something else, and never should that option be your heal. Anyway, these two guys are apparently on the same or on chat together, or well, on the same team. They duo queued as far as I could make out from the email. And yeah, this is gonna be good. It should be good at least, because the combination of these two should be really strong. And we see Shaco actually getting a first blood there. Really well done. So yeah, Ahri should have started off with boots and health potions. Derek should have started off with the stun. But because he starts off with the heal, Ahri can actually start with Doran's Blade. So I guess everything kind of works out. They could have picked up this first blood pretty easily with well, if Derek had gone for the stun. Because killing a Teemo is not something that is very hard to do. So anyway, yeah, we see her just last hitting versus the turret here. It is pretty difficult to do that, especially early game, but it will become easier once we get some more levels. And yeah, the enemies are trying to get as much damage done on Ahri as possible, because yeah, people consider this a troll build, but it definitely is not. And especially if you have plenty of lifesteal, you have this ultimate which is so good in the later game. So once you get it, you completely dominate this bottom lane because you are so mobile. You can chase down any opponent, and you have your taunt, which is extremely useful for an AD carry. That's why none of the AD carries have a taunt, because it is just too powerful. So if you can make it work with someone like Ahri, then it is definitely a very good thing to have. And I think she is the only ranged character with a taunt. I may be wrong there, but I mean the taunts are on Shen and Rammus, but that's about it, I think. Well, not... Galio has one as well, But Galio is also not ranged. But Galio has him on his ultimate, so it doesn't really count. Because ultimates really don't count as real skills, because you can only use them like once every 2 minutes. Anyhow, yeah, a good amount of healing going down from Tarek, using all of his mana to do the healing, and should actually just hit some minions to gain back some mana, because that is what Tarek does. And yeah, especially the cannon minion, you can hit it a couple of times, get some mana back, and make sure you have that crucial heal when it is actually needed. But I think he will need to back out here, because he's really low on mana. He has 20 mana and the heal costs something like 80. I don't know exactly, but it is pretty expensive. Anyhow, I like the shield. Well, I like that he is building up the shield here. And there you see the advantage of having that taunt. You can do like 2 auto attacks, or perhaps even 3 in that time. You get the taunt off without the enemy being able to well, to retaliate, because the first one is just when you land the taunt, the second one is when he's moving towards you, and the third one is when he's trying to move back, because nobody wants to get in close to your AD carry. And if Ahri is your AD carry, yeah, it is going to be hard to get away from that. And yeah, she's doing a good job of last hitting. I'm pretty sure she's ahead of the Graves, we will see. So she's at 31, Graves at 34, so they're equal now. And we see the jungler coming in. A stun from the Tarek, and this should be a really easy kill. And yeah, Teemo doing the only smart thing that is to be done here is to use his move quick to get out of there. Because there is nothing he can do against this team. And yeah, well, that's the difference between a real support that actually has a stun and a heal, and having Teemo in your lane. And Teemo does quite a bit of damage. He can prevent a little bit of damage with his blind, but is not very good otherwise. So yeah, you're not going to be able to help out your teammates quite as much with a Teemo support as you can do with well, with one of the other support characters. And that's why Lulu is so strong. Lulu can do the damage, can prevent the damage with a shield, but can also just support. So she does both roles, and that is just a little bit too strong for most people to handle. And that's why Ahri is such a strong champion. Oh, not Ahri, sorry, Lulu. Ahri, yeah, she's great. If you're planning to buy a champion and you have IP available to you, and you're thinking, well, what's a nice champion to have? Well, you should consider Ahri. She's really good. Lulu, of course, being my favorite, but that's because she's a support champion. And support champions are generally my favorite, because their playstyle is just so much fun. It doesn't have to do... For me, it's not about just winning, it's about having fun while winning. And yeah, champions like Lulu and Teemo and Heimerdinger, they're fun to play. And yeah, Heimerdinger not so much, but the other two can still win games. And Heimerdinger is pretty much, yeah, done for now, until they buff him, until they give him a decent ultimate and some more survivability. Well, actual abilities that get him to survive. If you can, for example, target the grenade, that would be awesome. Or if it just had the speed that the Q from Ahri has, that would also be good. So Ahri now level 6, which means that the Spirit Rush is available. Which means that she can just kill this dude. 2 Doran's Blades, wise choice. The Berserker's Greaves just to get the extra attack damage in. Plus the movement speed, of course. Movement speed really important. Oh, she misses the taunt there, needs to back out, and yeah, she does that immediately, which is a very smart thing to do. You definitely don't want to stay in after you miss the taunt. Just go back, regroup, wait for your taunt to come back up and try again. And here, this is exactly why the taunt is so powerful. she's going to kill both of them here, I think. There we go, getting one. And is she going to get the second one? Come on, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Taunt. Oh, taunting. Taunt not actually reaching, but this guy's dead anyway. Yeah. Oh, that was very unnecessary to flash for that. But she had no mana available anymore, but really, really nicely done. And yeah, that gives her 1100 gold. Well, that doesn't give her 1100 gold. It gives her 600 gold, I guess. It gives the support about 400 gold. Well, a little bit less, but which is excellent. Obviously, you want that, and yeah, doing a good job of harassing first, and then going in very aggressively with the ultimates. And yeah, the mana has recharged now. So I'm not sure how much. Yeah, she gets 18 mana points per 5 seconds. So it's a decent rate at which it recovers. It's not great, obviously, but yeah, it's never great, because if you have too much of it, it's going to be useless in the end game. And yeah, AD Ahri is not all about the spells. You need to be able to cast the spells. That's why you need some mana regen. But your character already has some mana regen, so I'm pretty sure this is just from like 2 points in, or well, from the 9 points, I guess, in the utility tree or something like that. Maybe just the general way the champion handles. So someone was over here, and yeah, he is probably coming mid. Oh, there is a Shaco there. And now we see this Fizz teaming up with enemy Shaco. Yeah, really dangerous. And he is actually, oh, he had 100 life left. So yeah, it was really dangerous there. So it's Shaco versus Derek now. And in the meantime, yeah, nice stun there. Shaco not actually controlling his clone there. Yeah, you can control your clone by holding down the Alt key. And yeah, many people don't really know how to control their minions. Any minion you have can be controlled, so whether it's a ghost or well, a clone or whatever. Except for the Meltahar, the Voidlings cannot be controlled. They have a mind of their own. But yeah, also the bear, so Tibbers from Annie. They can all be controlled by holding down the Alt key and just right-clicking whatever you want it to do. So either attack or move to a certain spot. Yeah, it's all good. And yeah, if you handle that, you will do a little more damage with your clones and such. Shaco versus Shaco. Well, with the assist there. Nicely done. And I guess they are still fighting here. Shaco actually flashing out. No, that's not Shaco. Come on. Who's that? I don't know. Oh, that's Rammus. So they do have plenty of stuns here available, and we are going to see a new engagement here. And both of them flashing out, and both of our champions still high health. There is still a taunt available. Oh, just missing that. The taunt, yeah, if that had hit, it would have been a definite kill. But now she has to back out. Still has a heal available. But yeah, you cannot land all of your kills, obviously. But yeah, well, you can see she harasses both of them out of the lane. And yeah, gets to free farm a little bit. Should definitely try to get this as well, because this guy is at 250 health, so he's not going to engage anytime soon. Anyhow, BF Sword coming down. Yeah, nice choice there. Hopefully going for an Infinity Edge or Bloodthirster. I prefer Infinity Edge personally. And yeah, that should be good enough to dominate this bottom lane, because the ultimate is so strong. Plus it does 300 damage, I think. Actually it does 300 damage 100 damage for each of the bolts. So you actually can do 900 damage with your ultimate at level 1. Assuming they all land on the correct target. Oh, that was a mistake on on the targeting there with the... Yeah, that was a little bit too late on Tarek, but we are going to get out of this, no problem. Taunt, come on, taunt. Oh, too late. Yeah, had he landed the taunt there before the Teemo actually decided to pull back, which was of course because of the heal, this would have been a definite kill. And so, a little bit of work needed on aiming the charm. So, sorry, I call it taunt, but it's called charm. A little bit of work needed there, but for the rest, yeah, it's all about farming in the bottom lane, and yeah, then going all in for the kill. Tarek, yeah, unfortunately a little bit late on the stun. If he landed that before the quick draw, that would have been an excellent position, but still getting a nice nice kill there, because the jungler just came in, and yeah.
Shut down.
Wow, excellent. So nice work there by the jungler, but yeah, the enemy Shaco picks up the kill on this Shaco, and they are going to be in some trouble now. But with a stun and a taunt, it is never, yeah, it's never very risky. It's still all good. So yeah, there are some mushrooms down now. Yeah, the preferred way to deal with that would be for Tarek to buy an oracles and then Ahri to take out the mushrooms. So they need to work together on that, because Teemo mushrooms can completely well, stop you from getting back to your turret. It's not so much an offensive problem, it's a defensive problem. Offensively it is a problem as well, because yeah, you're not going to be able to run in as easily as you would normally have. But I think this Teemo plays one mushroom over here and probably has a mushroom trap set up somewhere with 5 or 6 mushrooms in the same spot, which is not going to be a problem at all. It is yeah, many mushrooms in the same spot really doesn't do anything. And Ahri is going to be able to dominate the mushrooms in a little bit, as when she gets enough attack damage. Because once you get enough attack damage, you can just one-shot the mushrooms when they get placed. So there were 2 mushrooms here, and he is going to chase that. Okay. So sending his clone over here for some reason. Oh, that was unfortunate. Had he just done that the other way around, so actually moved his clone into the forest and moved himself out of it, that would have been good. So yeah, now she dies. Yeah, not the best way to retreat, obviously. Shouldn't be here in the first place. If you're AD, you're squishy, and you're not AP material, you don't have the reduced cooldowns. In general, you want to be careful with when you go into the jungle, especially if there's an enemy jungler there. It is risky. It is risky. And if you're out of mana, or if you have things on cooldown, if you have everything on cooldown, your first priority should be to just get out of there. It's the same with any carry. You should try to get, well, try to stay as safe as possible. And come on, stun. Come on, land the stun. No, there's no stun coming out. Ahri is now back in lane. She's currently 3-1, with the team being 12-8, which is pretty good for the whole team. And bottom lane is doing pretty well. 3-1 for the bottom lane, with 6 assists even. Because, well, Shaco came in here to do some killing as well. And yeah, unfortunately missing the charm there on Teemo, and they should just let him go. Just ignore him. He's not doing anything, so the best way to deal with him would be to just ignore him, buy an oracle, kill all of his mushrooms, but not let Tarek kill all the mushrooms, because he needs to move in really close, where Ahri just has incredible attack range. And yeah, he placed another mushroom there, and as you can see, taking out like 70% there of the Teemo in one shot. She is going to get the kill here. There we go. Nicely done. Even has one ultimate stack available to just get out of there, which is always a good thing to have, because it keeps you safe. So yeah, Tarek is just an awesome champion to have with Ahri, because it makes it so much easier to land all of your skill shots, and Ahri is all skill shots. Yeah, it is just so useful to have someone with a stun. If you don't have a stun yourself and you do have skill shots. Come on, ultimate! Come on, Tarek, ultimate! You know you want to. Oh, he doesn't have one. Sorry, I didn't see that. And a nice stun there, getting the kill on this guy. There we go. Nice stun. Fortunately for him, he actually gets to live. But Tarek playing a good game here. So another gank here from enemy Shaco. But yeah, you can easily see which is the real one, so the clone isn't fooling anyone. And oh, come on, get him. Yeah, she doesn't have any mana, so just back off. Oh, yeah, that's so frustrating. If you are out of mana, then you really cannot do a whole lot anymore. So Teemo's blind doing quite a lot of annoyance there, and I think they are able to get this kill, assuming that there is a stun incoming at some point. Oh, come on! Come on! There we go. Nicely done. Tarek not wanting to pick up that kill, although he probably could have. So was that another heal? Oh no, that's a clarity. That's why she was already up. I was wondering earlier in the game why she had so much mana all of a sudden. Oh, come on! No, that's... yeah, it was pretty hard to escape from that. And yeah, the enemy gets a double kill here on the bottom lane, which is unfortunate, but they're still 5, 3 and 10, so they are doing a good job. And everyone is still positive except for Sion. Sion, who's really behind on minions. Ahri is doing a good job. Jarvan is pretty much free farming here. 154, that's more than anyone on, well, everywhere. 120, 121, so they're keeping pretty much pace with each other. And a 17 and 12 also, yeah, well, so it's not a big deal. It's not like the Teemo got like 60 million kills and Tarek has 10. Because that would have made a difference, but yeah, this definitely wouldn't have. So the enemy team apparently gets Dragon here. Yeah, which is surprising because, well, not at this moment, but because, well, at least 2 guys were dead. But yeah, with Shaco jungle versus a Shaco that's, I don't know, top lane I think he was. They should have no problem controlling Dragon. I mean, Shaco can kill the Dragon on its own at level 6. Which is after like 5 minutes or something. I don't know exactly, 6 minutes probably. But he should be able to control that, and once you know that you took the last dragon, so once you have the timer on that... Oh, and here you see the power of that charm. The charm is, yeah, disables people for way too long to be balanced. It is 2 seconds, and then you have the stun from Tarek, which is another 2 seconds, and you get some auto kills there. It's not even a contest at all, because if you can disable an AD carry, then yeah, what's he gonna do? He's not going to do anything. So AD Ahri, just fantastic thing. He's going to flash over here. Or over here. No, well. And random ultimate going down from Fizz. And that is definitely not worth it. So they are going to get, wow, an absolutely dominating kill there on on the Teemo. And yeah, Teemo is very squishy to begin with. So getting the taunt off on Rammus, which is not your preferred target, but yeah, you can kill him. So who cares, right? If he's the closest, then why not? Oh, that is unfortunate, but they do pick up the revenge kill there. They are going to, yeah, once again disable into command stun. Yeah, disable, 3 disables, a failed flash, and an easy kill there. So yeah, you can see the power of these 3 guys. You have the charm from Ahri, you have the stun from Taric, you have the pop-up from Jarvan. Yeah, so nobody's going to get away from that, especially not one of the carries. Because Ahri does a lot of damage to carries now. Well, she already does that, but with her ultimate, she's going to do even more than a normal AD carry. So her ultimate is really, really powerful for, well, just in and of itself, so without any AP items. And yeah, we see an Infinity Edge now on Ahri. I didn't notice that before, but it does explain why she's doing so much damage. And they are going to try to pick off this this Shaco, but Shaco, yeah, not revealing himself, and Teemo just running in there for no good reason. Teemo apparently having no mushrooms out to, well, provide vision. Because he just ran in there for no good reason at all. And oh, come on, get this guy! No, not going to get him. Rammus is dead too. Yeah. But oh, very nicely done from enemy Shaco. Coming back in at very low health to just get that kill. Make sure that Graves doesn't die too. So it's 25 to 17, and Sion is actually asking whether they can surrender. He's 6 and 8. I mean, you're 2 kills behind, but your team is 8 kills up. What are you whining about? No. Yeah, so nobody wants to surrender except for him. Yeah, I like it when people complain about their own failure, and then, I mean, he's going AD, come on. Who goes AD Sion in mid lane? That is just wrong. That is not even almost right. Anyhow, so this Fizz getting the blue buff there, and wow, actually getting a very easy kill. Oh my god, it's so messy. So yeah, this guy is doing the only sensible thing left to him. And oh, you could actually get the Fizz pretty easily there. Yeah, nice taunt on Rammus, making sure that he cannot hit his power ball and getting out safely. And yeah, this dude is dead, or should be dead at least. By the way, the heal, yeah, it is, although it's necessary, it is probably not the best choice in the late game, but you need it in the early game to stay alive and to make sure that you can actually, well, farm up. But it would be very much better if one of the two had an exhaust, so I would definitely trade the clarity from Taric for either an exhaust or an ignite. Probably an exhaust, but with an exhaust you would add even more CC to what you already had. You would give Ahri a much better chance of killing people. And yeah, that's what you're support for. Support doesn't use clarity, shouldn't use clarity, and they are going to get the dragon here. So yeah, 9-3 now, which is an excellent score, and Derek doing a very good job at 2-1. Only died once with 16 assists. So that just shows you how strong he is in, well, in the lane, how well he can stay alive. And yeah, if he stays alive, he can dish out all kinds of very important things: heals, an armor buff, a stun, and of course the AP boost from his ultimate. I think it's AP and AD, but I'm not actually sure. So who was coming here? Because there was some clicking going on, some pinging going on. And there we go. Those are the guys that were coming in. So yeah, the enemy Shaco is definitely super fat by now. He has 10 kills. Yeah, the Fizz also 7 kills, 170 minions. Definitely, they are doing a good job. So these two, but the rest on the enemy team, really no problem. Graves is 0-6 with, yeah, a decent amount of minions. But he's not going to give you any gold, you need to keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, Tarek a little bit too far forward there. No stun available, and especially against 4 enemies. I think these were 4, maybe even 5. Against this many enemies, it's definitely not a good thing to have. So Ahri running out of stacks on her ultimate, but they're still going to pick up this kill, I'm assuming. Oh! Oh, that hurts. Is he building AP? Yes, he is. Needlessly large rods. Oh, that hurts a lot. So, Phantom Dancer now. And Chain Vest to deal with the Shaco. And Ram is actually building a Thorn Mill. That, you know you're doing well if your enemy is building a Thorn Mill. Then you know you're doing well as an AD carry. So it is kind of sad that they have no AP, and the enemy team didn't really pick up on that. There's still, yeah, there's a armor on Rammus because, well, he scales off of armor, but there is no armor on the rest. And if they would go for armor, there is no way that this team can win, because they have no AP at all. So no magic damage means that the enemy can just stack armor, and if everyone has 200 armor, or even if everyone has 100 armor, and I don't know why we're lagging, but if everyone has 100 armor, there's really nothing that they can do about that. I'm going to pause the game here for a second, because this is just very annoying. So everyone is going to just stand around, and we're going to admire the fish here. Oh, look at that fish. Yeah, hopefully the FPS will go back up. And yeah, it seems that it isn't going back up, so I'm just going to have to continue, and then hopefully it will pick up again. Otherwise I'll have to go back and do the game again. Well, 33 minutes on. Anyway, nice double kill. And we are back at 30 FPS, which is excellent. You can see it in the top right here, if you want to see what I'm seeing. Well, it's actually not the number I'm looking at, but it is the same number. So. And it needs to be 30 because I set it to 30 because YouTube works at 30. So there's no reason for me to go any higher than that, and it only costs me more hard disk space, because the recordings will become larger because, well, it needs to store things, for example, 60 times per second instead of 30. So enemy Shaco is going to get out. Yeah, obviously he was going this way. And yeah, he is still alive. But so is this whole team. So yeah, nobody has an Oracles yet, even though they have 3 very tanky characters, or characters that should be tanky by now. Sion should have a huge shield, but he's going AD, so he doesn't have that. Jarvan is building all kinds of damage items instead of tanky items, which means he's not very tanky either. And well, the only one left here is the one that's actually building what he should build. It's Tarek, although Tarek did build a Soul Shroud, which is not a very common item to see. My personal favorite currently on Tarek would be the attack speed aura from Zeke's Herald, because it gives your AD carry so much extra power. It gives him extra lifesteal, extra attack speed, and it provides the same stats to you, as well as give you extra health, which is just excellent to have. So a nice catch here, getting a 3 versus 2 situation. Yeah, and with Shaco there, it's actually a 4 versus 2 situation, because with his ultimate he is actually 2 Shacos. So yeah, Zeke's Heralds, I'll show you for a second here, because we are doing some random stuff here anyway. No, well, do I really have to look it up? Come on, kill the jump. And this one. It gives an aura, grants nearby champions 12% lifesteal and 20% attack speed, which is so good for your AD carry, as you might be able to imagine if you've never played with it. It is so awesome. It's not very expensive, and if you start off with the Kindle Gem, then it gives you some nice benefits right off the bat, because it gives you extra health and reduced cooldowns. Come on, you need to kill this dude, because otherwise the guy is going to die. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's why he needed to get killed a little bit earlier. The heal's still available, by the way, so it could have actually saved the Shaco there. On the other hand, Shaco should be able to take care of himself pretty well. So Shaco is complaining about the 4 and 9 when he has a 1 and 7 on his team. This guy has no minions. Well, he has some minions now, but he has been support. You should never complain about your support feeding some kills, because your support doesn't have the items that he, well, would require to stay alive. Nice stun there going down, and unfortunately the Ahri already used her her charm, and if she didn't, she could have used her ultimate to get close, used the charm to get him for 2 extra seconds, used all of her skills to just kill him. But unfortunately, using the charm before actually being in range, or well, landing it, you need to make sure that you can land it in this late game, because every time you miss it, someone is going to get out of you. Look at the damage, man. 500 something crits. And nice, the Hex Drinker, I like that. I like the new item that they made from that, and I hope they will make a lot more new items, because it's getting so boring playing this game with the same items over and over again. Because they, in the new patch, they well, in the patch preview, I should say. Just get out of here, Ahri, dude. Taunt, go. Yeah, she does have Guardian Angel, so she shouldn't really be too afraid. And easily getting out, but yeah, there's no way you can kill him at this point without anyone else there. Obviously, now there is someone else there. And why didn't we see the ultimate? Did he immediately implode the thing? So Ahri coming in to help out here. She needs to be a little bit careful, because he does have the what's it called, Thornmail. But as you can see, Thornmail doesn't do anything. Ahri was already low health and didn't really take any damage from that, even though she does 221 damage now per shot. really, yeah, it doesn't do anything, and that's why it's not a very good item. So Zeke's Herald could actually be bought here. Would actually be a good addition to her arsenal. Going for the Maw of Malmortius, which is a good item, as I said. I like that. But yeah, I was discussing the new item changes they were discussing in the patch preview, which was pretty strange because they wanted to diversify the items, and instead of just making a bunch more items, they decided to change the existing items, making still one build the best. And that is the whole problem. There is one build that is just effective. For example, going Infinity Edge with Phantom Dancer. So in that order, first Infinity Edge, meanwhile, while after the BF Sword you normally build one Vampiric Scepter, then you go into Phantom Dancer, and that is just the best build. There is no AD carry that, there's virtually no AD carry that does better with another build. I guess Corki can work well with the Trinity Force, but oh, yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, virtually all of the AD carries in virtually every game are going for the same build. They're going for Infinity Edge, meanwhile building one Vampiric Scepter into Phantom Dancer and then into Bloodthirster. And that's just because those items are, if you just calculate the amount of damage they do for the amount of money you invest in them, they're just the best. And yeah, unless they make like 60 more items instead of 60 more champions, we are actually going to just see every AD carry for the next year just do the same thing until they bring out a new item that's actually comparable to, well, the old items. Yeah, unfortunately, what's his name, Tarek gets killed here. But there is really nothing that that Ahri could do about that. And yeah, she's just she just has to get out alive. With her 17 kills and 4 assists, she's worth a lot of money, and she is currently actually godlike. So Zan Lee playing a good game here, and obviously AD Ahri is not a very easy champion to handle, because you have to keep in mind that your skills are now, yeah, they're utility skills. They're no longer meant for damage. So your W is basically useless. Your Orb is still useful because it does true damage and it does quite a bit of magic damage in and of its own, so without any AP. But your ultimate, yeah, you should really use it for utility only. And stun going down, but Sion not getting anything done. Sion just chilling. 8 and 13, 200 minions. Anyhow, we see Ahri going bottom now. Actually, still hasn't upgraded her Vampiric Scepter to anything. And let's see what Tarek is buying. Tarek is actually going for the Frozen Heart here, which is a good item, although it's not very necessary against this team, because you need, as a support mainly, well, as everyone, but a support has a whole different set of, well, he has less money. Let's just call it that. Because he has less money, he has to spend it better. And yeah, this enemy team is magic damage, well, physical damage, but mainly due to the the normal. Mainly due to the normal attacks, and then physical damage, magic damage. So you have 3 magic damage dealers and 2 physical damage dealers, but of the 2 physical damage dealers, one of them is 1 and 9. So he's not going to be a whole lot of difficulty for you to kill, normally. And yeah, as a support you are better off getting more magic resistance than getting more well, attack speed decrease. Because Shaco is going to die anyway at some point. And well, our Shaco here demonstrates the point. So everyone is falling back now. I think the enemy just got 2 kills for free. Oh no, they got Teemo. So I guess that's still okay-ish. It is 49 to 36. And yeah, Jarvan is in some trouble here because everyone's coming for him, but he should be fine. He should be able to get this kill. And yeah, there we go. Ram is of course not able to join the fight there because of the ultimates. And yeah, Jarvan doing a good job there. Can actually use that ultimate to his advantage. And Ahri just keeps farming, which is important late game, so not complaining here, I'm just stating a fact. It's a very good thing to keep farming all game long, even in the late game. As you can see, 2 of them are farming still, and the enemy team, nobody's farming anymore. Only Graves picks up some minions every now and then, but really not as many minions as he should, because he was ahead of most of this team, and he was keeping track with Ahri, and now he no longer has that. So Ahri now running out ahead, and obviously with the 18 kills she does way more damage than Graves with his 1 kill. So yeah, they do have Baron warded, but there is oh nice. That was nice. Unfortunately, there is no follow-up on this, and Teemo is going to die instantly. Ahri getting shielded by someone. Oh, by her item. Getting shielded by her item, in fact. And yeah, the Guardian Angel gets triggered, which means all of her cooldowns are back up. She's immediately going to be able to get back in there. Going to get a lot of damage done, and yeah, she's still far from dead. And yeah, can you imagine how good this fight would have been if she had the Zeke's Herald? Because all of these guys do physical damage, and they would all heal up from that. So they are going to get a very, very easy Baron, and this is the time when the enemy might as well just concede the game. Just surrender, because there's nothing they can do. They just got aced for no kill on a back, and everyone here is doing well. Even Sion has a large number of minions, although his score is not really good because, well, he's 80 Sion. Come on, be real. 80 Sion is good, but only if you get fed. And oh man, this dude. So he just, yeah, he just suicided in there. And now we have oracles here, and they get 50% damage on on Teemo before he even realized that there's an oracles in play. So Ahri's still full health, and yeah, the rest of the team pretty much dead. Well, Jarvan is still here, somewhere. Don't know where. Oh, he's coming back. Yeah, just let your support run first, man. He has an oracles. So Tarek, at least finally buying an oracles here. Should have done that way earlier, obviously. Oracle is really good against these Teemo mushrooms because most of the time they are placed in the same spots. And if you know which spots they are, and most people do, Then you can easily pick them off. So it is really time for the enemy to surrender at 57 to 39. There's really nothing they can do. As long as our blue team here keeps grouping up and keeps picking off enemies one by one in team fights. Yeah, well, let's just pick off this turret, so this bottom turret where Fizz is now. Because how are they going to defend that with all of the super minions coming in? Yeah, if you're having trouble assaulting the base, just go to one of the side lanes or split push or do something to distract the enemy from defending. Because defending is, well, really easy if you only have one lane to defend. If you have two lanes to defend, it's going to be a whole lot more difficult. And all of the lanes are going to push, but yeah, getting these minions every now and then is not the problem for the enemy team. Actually, defending against champions will be a problem. Yeah, Shaco, now I notice what he's doing wrong, and I thought so, but he keeps running in, or, well, closing the gap with his invisibility. I forgot what it's called. And unfortunately, Ahri gets killed here. Demacia should have come out way earlier. Because Jarvan is pretty fat, he should be able to take out just about anyone. And come on, get that kill. There we go. They should just kill this turret and this inhibitor now. Unless they can just finish it. But with Teemo there, it might be difficult. It might also just not be difficult at all. It seems that Teemo is not even here. Oh, there he is. Now coming in. The mushroom getting triggered, but that's no problem. Just killing the Teemo anyway. And that should be it. So, oh come on, kill it. Anyway, this is the end of the game, and yeah, it's not like they can do anything about that.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Destroyed a turret.
So for some reason, not finishing the game right there, I think they were having a little bit too much fun to actually end it this quickly. Yeah, there's no real reason for the enemy team to not surrender, because if they think they still have a chance, then they're sadly mistaken. Yeah, and Oracle's now on Jarvan as well. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Yeah, so now that the Tarek died, they still have an Oracles. Unfortunately, not clearing out the mushrooms quite quickly enough, and the mushrooms are starting to do quite a lot of damage. Going for another Phantom Dancer here, as well as the Bloodthirster. And yeah, this is going to be just clean up now, because, well, how is he going to get away? Or how is anyone going to get away from this team? Unless they let them get away, but really there's not a whole lot that the enemy team could do, even if the blue team wasn't this fat. They didn't lose all of their turrets. So yeah, the Shaco almost getting killed again, but finally they do get the Nexus, and well played. So thanks for sending me this game. It was definitely interesting to see AD Ahri. I've played against it and with it for quite a bit, and as I said, I've never seen her lose. So if you're decent with her, decent with an AD champion in general, and get some AD runes. So AD reds and quintessences are normally the way to go. And then yeah, armor yellows and armor, no, what's that? Magic resist per level blues. That's the general setup for an AD carry, or for Vayne and champions like that. Then you can last hit pretty well at the early levels. You can harass pretty well. Well, obviously Ahri has some pretty nice harass tools. And with Ahri you should level up the Q and E, so the charm and the Q, I don't know what it's called, the ball with true damage, and of course the ultimate. Where the Foxfire comes in, I don't know. You can use it of course, but it's not going to do a whole lot of damage, so I would definitely leave it until the end of your leveling. So I would level up all of the other ones before starting on the Foxfire. But yeah, all in all, very good game. Thanks for sending this. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.